Okay, today is Wednesday, August 19th. Let's call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is to review the minutes of July 15th meeting. Any questions on the minutes?
No questions.
So I have a motion.
I make a motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Bills and communications and a warrant for July. Any questions on the warrant?
Yes, I have a question on check number 6560, Stephen Velasco.
Velasco. That actually was, we had several comments that were all empty at one time, and Mike was out, so he was a painter that came in and painted a couple of comments. You'll see him again next month, because he also came in and painted a few more empty comments.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
First motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Director's report.
It's a little bit longer than it's been in the last couple of months. So at first I have a board vote to go forward with the downstairs bathroom construction at Garfield Street. The bathroom is really bad. It's to the point where it's an emergency situation at this point. The tub, basically, the tiles have fallen off. It just needs a total replacement. We worked with Department of Housing. We were going to have an engineer come in, but the project was going to be over $25,000 some odd dollars. I know I've talked to the board about this before because we put some money aside. Mike agreed to do the work as the contractor, which is going to save us probably about $15,000. We did budget some extra money for overtime for him in our budget to do this project. Now that COVID is done, they need it done right away. So basically, what we have is we have a couple of quotes for a plumber to help Mike, because he's going to need help with the plumbing through the floor. And we have a price of a handicapped walk-in shower. So with this all being said, we think that we can do the job for under $10,000. I just want or need the board's vote that we can go ahead and go ahead with this project. It is being paid by capitalization money, so it's not coming out of any of our money. But we can't go forward unless we start ordering the tub and all the other stuff we need to start the project until we have a board meeting
So we need a vote
to go ahead and start working on the bathroom. The exact cost is unknown due to the fact that we have a price from the plumber, but the estimate for replacing the unit, he gave us $1,000. But once the floor and the walls are exposed, they're not sure if there's going to be any complications. At that point, his cost is $100 an hour. The tub itself, the price for the tub, I believe, is $2,700, $27 something, and it's a $50 charge for delivery. That we can get in 2 days. So that's why we're thinking the project will definitely be under the $10,000. They did put aside, I believe, $20,000 to $24,000 for the project. So whatever we don't use will go back into our CIP money to use for a different project.
So right now you need a vote to approve the project.
Yeah, we need a vote to approve the project so we can go ahead and order the shower.
Okay, could I have a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. Also at Garfield Street, this happened before COVID. Also, the money's coming from the capitalization fund. The kitchen floor from the hallway to the end of the cabinets has been cracking. The tiles have been cracking. Also, there's a utility closet that's in that same area. I guess the water heater had leaked and it caused a lot of cracking in the closet. So in order to replace that floor, we actually, so the upstairs floor had been replaced. We went to what is a vinyl flooring?
Yeah, so.
We went to a vinyl flooring. So what we want to do is continue that same vinyl flooring from the entrance to the kitchen up until the dining room where the tile is and into the utility closet. So we put out a bid and we sent it out to a few different flooring companies. So we had 3 different bids come in, and Mike and I sat down and looked them all over. So one bid came in from New Bedford Floor Covering at $4,495, but that is not including, once they take up the tile from the utility room, that the subfloor under, if it's rotted, that's not including taking the subfloor out, replacing it with new board. And it also doesn't, I think, it doesn't include the baseboard for a round. So that was one quote that we received. The second quote we received was from MJ Connors, who has done some work for us there in the past on flooring. And that was $7,075, and that also did not include once the floor is up, if the subfloor is rotted out. Then we received a quote from Bouchard Carpet, which includes everything, the amount of $6,149. And that's actually, I mean, he's saying that's a new subfloor, so even if it's a little bit different, he's going to stick to the quote of $6,149. We figured it out, it was a $1,600 difference from our lowest bid, but that didn't include subflooring or the baseboard. So it was Mike's suggestion that we go with Bouchard's Carpet, because that's one price, they're going to come in and do it, and it will be done. And there's not going to be any extras because they have listed everything that needs to be done.
I agree.
It may be cheaper if they don't need to put a subfloor down, but if they do, it is the one price, it won't be over that.
Yeah, I agree.
So I asked the board to vote to have Bouchard's Carpet come in to take out the tile, replace it with the existing flooring that we have in the hallways for the price of $6,149.19.
Could I have a motion to that effect?
And the first motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There's going to be so much construction going on here.
I hope so.
So as far as the, I have nothing right now for the siding and front doors. It's in limbo right now. Everything that happened with COVID, things got a little confused. So hopefully within the next week or two, I can have an answer for the board. They were approved for us to go ahead with the project. DHCD was putting in $152,000 from our CIP money. We were getting around $30,000 from the town and $92,000 from another grant that we had for all new front doors. So right now, basically, DHCD is saying we don't have enough money, but it was already approved, which I think it's just going to be fixed. I think there was just a little confusion with the project. So right now, we're just working with my construction coordinator to see if they would give the emergency money that they originally said they were going to give to complete the project. So right now, that project is a little on hold. It shouldn't be backed up much. So that's what I have for the projects that are in limbo. So that's all I have for the projects in limbo. For the office report and monthly activity, as far as the alarm project, that is, it's in full force. We've been doing paperwork. We have already voted to hire the contractor. I think that was done in the March meeting. So they are going to be coming in. They're going to be going through each apartment. We don't know a schedule as of right now, but we will work with some tenants. And if there's any tenants that aren't comfortable with COVID, they're willing to work with them if they want to leave the apartment or have somebody come in. We can make some kind of a schedule on exactly how to get the project done. So hopefully by October, that whole alarm project will be complete.
I have a question. The shadow, they will be changed to?
Oh, yeah, we haven't been fixing the shutters because that's part of the siding job.
Okay.
We also said we're hoping that is included in the price of whatever the contractor comes and gives us a price for. If not, we were given a safety grant, or safety or award or just to use it for something that we wouldn't normally use it for on the project. And we have not spent that money because if they can't add the shutters into the price of the siding job, then we're gonna take the $10,000 and replace all the shutters.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna replace them, these aren't doing well because they were white and painted black.
Yes, I
Unfortunately,
remember.
they're not taking the sun as well as we thought they would. Not to mention they were 30-some years old.
Exactly.
So we are gonna definitely replace
Now, the
all the
problem
shutters.
is with the wind because it's rotten,
Yeah,
screws
yeah.
and everything, they're falling down.
Yeah, so all the shutters will be replaced either way, whether they're included or not, because we do have the $10,000 sitting there just to see what happens in the bids of the project.
What's wrong with being over 30 years old?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Questions, I don't care what's going on with that.
some people stop falling apart after that age.
Coming apart.
So as far as the construction jobs, that's another project that's ready to go. The next project we will be doing is the sidewalk, the street and some of the parking spaces that have tripping hazards. That project also has been approved and that's ready to go. So we'll be working to get that project underway. Hopefully that'll be done as soon as possible. That we're hoping before September 30th.
I have a question. Some buildings, I went, the hallway when you walk in, they have lift, the floor, not lift, but you know,
Just
box.
buckle it a little bit.
Buckle in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And this could be a hazard because if somebody trip on that.
Yep, so RCAT's gonna be coming in and doing another examination, so that's
Okay.
something that I can actually add to the list and have them check out.
Yeah,
So
because I saw.
I do believe, and I'm not 100% positive, but I do believe the floors are gonna be changed due to the fact that, when they came out to do the front door projects, they had found some asbestos in those floors.
Oh.
So I think, and not positive, but I think that is part of the door project. When they take the front, all the front doors in each building are gonna be all changed.
And they will be that or?
They are gonna be that. We're also looking into something else that just came in today. They want us to use some money to help with COVID, so people won't, and that might be something that we change, we don't know, it's something we're just looking into. Maybe a lot of housing authorities have a fob, like for your car, you start your car,
Oh,
you keep it on your
yeah.
keys, and all you have to do is flash, and you
Yes.
don't even have to touch the door
Yes,
automatically
yes,
opens.
open,
So
yeah.
that's something we're actually working on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much
Yeah.
that costs, we only have
Yeah.
a certain amount of money, but it's something we're working on.
Yeah.
The handles are definitely gonna be the
Yeah,
handicapped handles.
because I see with all the spray I do with my house, my kids in my house, not outside, but the door
Yeah.
inside, sometimes I.
Well, the apartment doors aren't gonna be changed
No.
right now, that's something totally different, but all the outside doors will have the handicapped,
Okay.
Yep,
that's-
yep.
Okay.
so. And basically, we were just working on the construction projects and things to get everything working, paperwork, we're gonna be having some meetings with the contractors, so that's basically.
And how long will take the bidding for the siding?
I don't know because we're still trying to figure out the funding. As soon as that's figured out, then we can go ahead and, we already have a engineer that's ready to put it up to bid. We just have to wait to verify that the funding is there. Once
In
we
Boston, they go to the site, Boston go to the site, if they give to us the money or not?
Well, the project was already approved, it's just, now they're questioning where a certain amount of money is coming from. We were told it was coming from their emergency, so basically, once we get the answer, it's basically, with all these grants we're getting, they should be giving us the money, but we just have to figure out within the next day or two where the money will be coming from. So, once I have that answer, then I will figure out exactly when they're going to be bidding the project.
Okay.
Yep.
Any more questions from the director?
Oh, I'm not done yet with mine.
You get more?
I got more. That was as far as the office is concerned. The apartment status right now, we have three empty apartments. 2 we're working on, already we're just working on getting tenants for, and the other one we're almost finished with. That particular apartment is a downstairs apartment, so we do have an upstairs tenant moving downstairs. Once she fills that apartment, then the upstairs will be open, and we'll have one more apartment, and hopefully we can get them all rented. We've had quite a turnover in the last couple of months.
All that system work okay? Is it on a computer there?
It works.
It works?
It's not something that we love. We're all getting used to it. There's a lot of bugs that they're trying to get out.
Oh, yeah.
I sent out 25 applications for one apartment,
Wow.
and I only received 1 back. And now I have to make sure they qualify. If they don't qualify, I have to go ahead and send out, I think this time I'm gonna send out maybe 35 to 40 more, because the last time I did it, I sent out 25 applications to different people, also only 1 came back. So
There should be not just people living like close by us, like.
anybody can apply for housing. Yep.
Don't make any sense, because we have Acushnet, Rochester, Fairhaven, Metapoise.
Acushnet residents still have
the
priority,
okay.
but emergency applications
Yes, of
come
course.
first.
Oh,
So
of course.
unfortunately, a lot of these people are emergencies.
Yes, and the veterans, they still,
The
That's the
veterans from Acushnet come after emergencies, then veterans from out of town, then Acushnet residents.
okay.
But the problem is now that everybody's applying, they're applying all through Massachusetts. So a lot of people are applying from Boston because they have to apply to so many places every month.
Yeah,
They don't necessarily want to come to Acushnet, but
Of
they're
course.
still on our list. So hopefully those are the bugs that they can take out of the system to let them know where Acushnet is. You know, do you really want to be in Acushnet? You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
It's costing us a lot of money in stamps to get these applications out. And like I said, out of 25 applications that were sent, it was over $40 in postage costs.
Of course.
Only 1 came back, and
Great.
we're working on, and they may not be eligible to live
If
here.
you have one apartment
Yep,
and you have to send out 25 applications,
25 applications.
from, where do those names come from?
Well, what happens is when somebody moves out, we go into the system and we have to generate a list for that particular apartment. So we just put the apartment, for instance, 1A is empty. And then we tell them, you know, are we at our handicap status? If we're not, then that apartment has to be held for somebody who's non-elderly handicapped. If we are at our quota, which our quota is 13.5%, so 7 units out of our 60 units are held for non-elderly handicapped. So once somebody's in here, say somebody comes in that's not elderly handicapped and they're 30 years old, and they stay here forever, that apartment, or not so much that apartment, but that one space won't be available till they turn 60.
Yeah.
So in the last couple of years, we had a lot of people here that have been here for a while that have turned 60. So we have 2 more spaces to fill for non-elderly handicapped. So that's what we're dealing with right now. We're trying to get those apartments filled. It's a law that we have to have 7 apartments that have non-elderly handicapped. So that's what we're working on now, filling those 2 units. After those 2 units are filled, depending on when somebody else turns 60, any other unit that comes available, as long as we have 7 units and with everybody under 60, then those go to all handicapped residents. So that's how that works.
Wow,
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah, because they take a long time.
Yeah,
And Rio is not like the best situation.
I am. I'm all done.
You all set?
I promise I'm done this
I have a
time.
motion to approve the director's report.
First motion,
Second?
All in favor?
aye.
Maintenance report.
Pretty simple, normal maintenance, we've been working on the projects, nothing exciting, departments. I mean, everything seems to be pretty good so far.
You still got the rest?
I think I'm gonna this week just determine whatever grew out of for some reason it grew, I don't know. but-
I think the
We'll
rest
cut
of
it.
them will go,
Yeah.
it's just around the training, around the
Yeah,
things,
I'm gonna do it one more time, well, this week.
without the rain.
Yeah,
So you had no big emergencies, right?
no.
And I don't tell you one thing, Lynn, with the mosquitoes squad, the bees, they still around, They beat the people, they sting the people,
They were able to come in with a, organic spread.
Yesterday, we
Yeah, they
was,
were, yep.
yesterday we was sit down outside, came one bee.
That's nice.
The
Yep.
stinger
Yeah,
from the
weeds
lady.
on the rose bush.
So I have a motion to accept the maintenance report.
Make a motion.
Second,
All in favor?
aye,
So we have no tenants today?
no,
All right, got a date for the next meeting?
Yes, the next meeting will be Wednesday, September 16th.
Same time?
11:30.
It's going to be at 11:30 unless something else changes, unless something else changes.
Okay.
September
Okay.
16th at 11:30.
Any other business? There's no other business, but I have a motion to adjourn.
First motion,
Second.
All in favor?
aye, aye.
We are now adjourned.